Quarter Fight fans all around the world, welcome once again to Big Man Boxing. And as usual, I am Chris the Big Man. See, yesterday, AJ and Tony Joshua doubled down on his comments about Lennox Lewis being a clown. And this is serious, people. This is no joke. This is more than just calling names. AJ saying that whether it takes his makeup off or not, a clown is a clown. That is no joke. That is there's more going on than meets the surface. There's more about this story than many people realize. Spencer Fury shed more light on this, talking about how Lennox Lewis had the ambition of promoting or managing Anthony Joshua after he won the gold medal, and that Joshua going with Eddie Hearn and matchroom boxing might have rubbed him the wrong way. Talked about him not being allowed, Lennox Lewis not being allowed to go into the dressing room after the epic fight in 2017 between Joshua and Klitschko. And I'm going through Joshua's IG page and his IG story. Joshua has said something else. He put an image, a picture, and it's a screenshot of a headline, and the headline is about Tyson Fury and Lennox Lewis. Remember, there was a time when Tyson Fury and Lennox Lewis had their own fight, their own feud going on, and after Tyson Fury won the title from Klitschko, he made some comments about Lennox. And one thing that is a common occurrence is that Tyson Fury called Lennox Lewis a hater. It's not just AJ calling Lennox a hater. Tyson Fury called Lennox Lewis a hater. That is no coincidence. That is no coincidence. As you can see here, Joshua highlighted that. I call it how I see it. Lennox has hit back and claims he's a jealous old man. AJ pointed the arrow towards the jealous old man. I call it how I see it. I call it spade a spade. Joshua is still insisting that calling Lennox Lewis a clown is how he sees Lennox Lewis. And he linked this screenshot to an article from Sky Sport News. And in this article, Tyson Fury stated, Lennox Lewis is a hater of Tyson Fury. He's a jealous old man. He's a jealous old man because I'm at the top of the world. That was Tyson Fury comments about Lennox Lewis. Same thing. Hater, jealousy, hater, jealousy. That is no coincidence, people. I've said this many times before. You can only control what comes out of you, what you think about, what you say, and what you do. That's all you have control over. That's all you have the right to. That's where your right stops. What comes out of you. That's all you can do. But you have no right, and you don't have the ability to control how people perceive what you say, how people respond to what you say. Tyson Fury was not dumb for reacting to Lennox Lewis that way. I'm not living in La La Land for thinking and perceiving all the things Lennox has been saying as being hater vibes, as being jealous. I'm not naive. If Tyson Fury could feel that same energy from Lennox Lewis, why can't Joshua see it that way? That shows there's something wrong with Lennox. It comes off as being jealous. It comes off as being a hater. It's no coincidence. It's no lie. This is not exaggeration from Joshua. This is not Joshua going out of line. Many neutral people who don't even know anything about boxing when they hear Lennox Lewis speaking, many of them will think, damn, this guy is either jealous or envious or a hater. That's what they will perceive from how he speaks. It comes off the wrong way. I was watching a video from way back when Joshua just won the Olympic gold medal. It was a meeting of all the great British heavyweights. You had Lennox Lewis there, you had Frank Bruno there, you had another guy there. But it was a meeting, you had Tyson Fury there. And out of all the guys that were seated on that table, the only person that gave me a very weird negative vibe, that I just felt like there's something wrong with this guy. This guy either is arrogant or proud, or there's something wrong, was Lennox. And it's no coincidence that Tyson Fury thinks the same thing of him, or thought the same thing of him. Right now, Tyson Fury might be happy with what Lennox is saying, because everything Lennox is saying is putting Joshua in bad light. But it is no coincidence, people, that Tyson Fury called Lennox an old man, an old jealous man. And Joshua is calling him a hater also, in addition to being a clown. It's no coincidence. Lennox might not see it in himself when he says these things, but that's how people perceive him. This is the vibe he gives off. Especially when you're not being neutral. No one is asking you to take the side of the Brits over the American. No one cares if you had some stake or you helped Deontay Wilder develop a jab that he has not used in 99% of his fights. No one cares about that. But if you want the respect of the world, if you want people to not see you as a hater, take the neutral ground. You don't need to be a shield for PBC. You don't need to be a shield for Al Heyman. You don't need to be a shield for PBC fighters. You don't need to be a shield for Wilder. It's something a lot of these networks do that is very unprofessional. The only television network that I think is doing a good job right now of promoting boxing, purely boxing, is Sky Sports. You know why? You're not going to see BT Sports celebrating Anthony Joshua's birthday. No. You're not going to see BT Sports celebrating Deontay Wilder's birthday. You're not going to see BT Sports promoting any content about the fighter who doesn't fight on their network. They're not going to promote Joshua. They're not going to promote Dillian White. No. You don't even hear the mention of those names during their press conferences. You don't hear the mention of the name Anthony Joshua very rarely in a Tyson Fury press conference. You don't hear it. You don't hear the mention of Terence Bud Crawford in a PBC broadcast. You don't hear the mention of Anthony Joshua in a PBC broadcast, other than when they want to make him look bad. But Sky Sports has done documentaries on Deontay Wilder. Sky Sports has celebrated Tyson Fury's birthday. Recently, go check. They put up videos to celebrate Tyson Fury, celebrate his victory over Klitschko. They've celebrated the birthdays and the high points of fighters who have nothing to do with them business-wise, who they are not promoting. And Sky Sports is the only television network that does that. So Lennox using the excuse that he works for the PBC as a reason for hating on Joshua doesn't count. Just because you work for the PBC, that doesn't mean you have to show so much negative energy and criticism towards Joshua. Doesn't mean. If you have to see things from the middle how it is, see it that way. But the moment you start going out of your own way, every time a mic is put in front of you, anything you have to say about Joshua is negative. Everything you have to say about him is negative. Even to the point of saying you want the rematch between Joshua and Ruiz to take place in Mexico. You don't even have to give an opinion on that. When you're asked about what is happening between Joshua and Ruiz, about where the fight will take place, it is what it is. You don't have to take any side. But you saying, oh, you would like to see the fight in Mexico, You saying that you think Joshua doesn't want to fight Wilder, that Joshua doesn't want to fight Fury, that Joshua is afraid of fighting them, that Joshua has been handpicking his opponents, when what you're accusing Joshua of is what these guys have been doing. You never criticize Fury for facing Tom Schwarz. You never criticize him for facing all the Uber drivers and dishwashers he has been facing. You never did. You never criticized Wilder for docking 100 million. For docking 100 million offer that came in a very due process. He had got to meet with Jazone. He got to meet with John Skipper. A contract was made. His lawyers were there. Al Heyman was there. They went through due process to make an offer to Wilder, and he refused to take the fight. A 3-fight deal, including his mandatory Dominic Brazil, and he refused to take the fight. You didn't criticize him. But Wilder went on social media and announced to Joshua that Joshua should say yes to the 50 million offer, which is far less than the 100 million that was offered to Wilder. No contract, refusing to sit down and meet with Joshua and his team to discuss the details of the 50 million, giving unreasonable deadlines, and you jump on that parade and you start criticizing Joshua. You join a press conference table of old heavyweight fighters, and you're the lead instigator, you're the lead critic of Joshua for a contract that came in a very undue process. No written paperwork, refusal to meet to discuss the details of the contract, and you say Joshua is ducking. You went on Joe Rogan, in my opinion, which is the biggest podcast in the world, the most influential podcast, and all you can say about Joshua is negativity. Trust me, the truth is not far away. If Tyson Fury thought you were a hater, and Joshua thinks you're a hater, they are not far from the truth, because that is the vibe you give off. That is the vibe you give off. I've listened to Tyson Fury speak. I've listened to Mike Tyson speak. I've listened to so many controversial people speak, but none of them has given off the vibe of being a hater. Only Lennox has. Evander Holyfield doesn't give that vibe. Riddick Bowe doesn't give off that vibe. Even Floyd Mayweather doesn't give off that vibe. And that is the vibe I get from Lennox Lewis. And I'm most likely right. Maybe it's because he didn't get the love he always wanted. Yeah, everybody say he had a great career, but no one was emotionally attached to Lennox Lewis' career. A lot of people would say they preferred and were inspired by Frank Bruno. A lot of people connected to Frank Bruno who didn't even have a career close to Lennox. A lot of people talk about how Frank Bruno inspired, and no one does that for Lennox. Everybody just said, oh, was he one of the greatest? Maybe that's why he hates on everybody now. Maybe because he didn't get the credit that he truly deserved. Maybe that's why he is this way. I don't know. But if Tyson Fury called you an old hater, then trust me, there's no coincidence that Joshua called you that. Because that is the vibe you give off. That is the perception you give to people when you speak about Joshua. You are seen as a hater, someone who is envious of Joshua. And if you don't want that to happen, just be neutral. See things straight down the middle. Don't pick sides. Don't pick the side of Wilder. Don't pick the side of Joshua. Don't pick the side of Al Heyman. Don't pick the side of Eddie Hearn. Just see things through the middle, down the middle, neutral. See things from both sides. Stop picking sides, because that's what is causing all this now. And there's a saying, and I don't know if I'm right, or correct me if I'm wrong. It says, poke a bear long enough and you get a response. You get a reaction. Talk long enough about someone, say so many things about the person, constantly criticize the person, act like it's his fault on everything. The negotiation between Wilder and Joshua falling out was all Joshua's fault. Not Wilder and his team had no role to play. It was all Joshua's fault and responsibility. And that fight not taking place, you blame Joshua for everything. Do all that so long. Do that all for so long, and it gets to a point where people fight back. someone will definitely respond. No matter how calm, no matter how much of a high road you take, if someone pokes at you long enough, it's going to get a response. And Joshua's response is as a result of what Lennox did. So I saw him talking about him accepting Joshua's apology in advance. No, you guys meet in the middle. You apologize first. Lennox, you apologize first because you started it. You were the one who started talking badly about Joshua, not Joshua. And then Joshua apologizes to you. It's not just one-sided, because both parties have a role to play. Because of all the things you've been saying, that's why you're getting the disrespect you're getting now. Before, you were only getting this disrespect from fans. But now that Joshua has spoken up, trust me, there's more to come. You can only control what you say and what comes out of you. You can't control how people perceive what you say. And that's all I have to say about this. I'll be following Joshua's Instagram account very closely. Every IG story post has something. Look out for the next one. Once again, this is Big Man Boxing, and I am Chris the Big Man. Have a good day. Peace.